We all carry the weight of our past. Memories that haunt us, moments that fill us with regret, and mistakes that feel irreversible. These memories can pull us back into a spiral of pain, making it hard to move forward. Yet, deep inside, we all crave one thing: peace. Peace of mind, peace of heart, and peace from the relentless reminders of things we can't change. But how do we find this peace? How do we release ourselves from the chains of the past? In this journey to understand how to let go, we can turn to the timeless wisdom of Buddhism. It teaches us that while we cannot change what happened, we can shift how we relate to those memories. Letting go doesn't mean erasing the past. It means giving it less power over our present. And that's what we'll explore today. How to embrace the present without being shackled to what once was. The burden of past memories, a metaphor. Imagine dragging a boat across dry land. The boat is heavy, and with each step, it slows you down. But why are you dragging it when it's not meant to be used on land? Boats belong on water, where they can serve their purpose. This metaphor beautifully encapsulates what happens when we cling to past memories. They are burdensome and, like that boat on dry land, serve no purpose when brought into our current life. Yet we carry them wherever we go, letting them weigh us down. Our minds are much the same. Past memories, especially painful ones, only hurt us when we refuse to leave them behind. The more we try to bring them into our present, the more they drag us down, preventing us from moving forward freely. This metaphor is especially powerful because it helps us visualize how illogical it is to cling to the past. Just as no one would willingly drag a boat on land, it makes little sense to carry the weight of things that no longer serve us. The key, then, is learning to let go of that weight. But how do we do that? Acceptance of limited control. One of the most freeing realizations is that not everything in life is under our control. So often, we try to mold every situation, every interaction, every perception. We want people to see us a certain way, to treat us with kindness, to understand our struggles. But the truth is, we can't control how others perceive or treat us. What we can control is our reaction to those external forces. This idea is central to Buddhist philosophy. Much of life happens beyond our control, and the sooner we accept this, the more at peace we become. The environment, nature, and even other people's actions are outside our reach. Once we stop fighting this truth, we can begin to let go of the frustration that arises from trying to control the uncontrollable. Take, for example, a friend who betrayed your trust. While you might wish to go back and change what happened, it's impossible. Holding on to that betrayal only deepens the wound. What you can control is your decision to heal, to accept that not everyone will treat you as you'd like, and to move forward despite the pain. This is how you reclaim your power, by focusing on what you can change, not what you cannot. Don't try to forget, let it fade. It's common advice, just forget about it. But anyone who's tried knows that the more you attempt to force something out of your mind, the more it clings to you. Imagine being told not to think about a pink elephant. Almost immediately, that's all you can picture. The same is true for painful memories. The more you push them away, the more they persist. The key isn't in forgetting, but in letting memories fade naturally. Over time, just as a physical wound heals, emotional wounds can also heal, if we stop poking at them. Fading happens gradually, and it requires patience. Rather than obsessing over trying to forget, the better approach is to give those memories less attention. An example of this comes from someone who constantly replayed a conversation in their head where they had said something embarrassing. The more they tried to force themselves to forget, the more it haunted them. However, when they shifted their focus to other things, the memory eventually faded. It's not that they forgot, it's that it lost its emotional grip on them. The nature of the mind, what you focus on grows. The mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant and nurture grows. If you focus on negative memories and painful experiences, they will thrive in your mind, taking up more space and energy. On the other hand, if you choose to focus on more positive or neutral thoughts, those are what will grow. Buddha's teachings remind us that the mind is incredibly powerful, but it can also be tamed. You can choose what to feed it. If you feed it pain and regret, that's what will dominate your thoughts. If you start shifting your focus toward healing, kindness, and self-compassion, you'll find that those memories gradually lose their intensity. Consider the example of someone who went through a tough breakup. For months, they couldn't stop thinking about the relationship, analyzing every mistake they made. But when they started redirecting their focus toward new hobbies, spending time with friends, and working on personal growth, those thoughts naturally faded. The breakup didn't disappear from their mind, but it stopped defining their present. The power of time. Time is perhaps one of the greatest healers, but only if we allow it to be. Like a wound, emotional pain needs time to mend. However, if we keep reopening the wound, replaying painful memories, blaming ourselves for past mistakes, it cannot heal. In my own life, I've had moments where I held onto painful memories for far too long. I thought that by replaying them, I could somehow make sense of them or prevent them from happening again. But all it did was deepen the pain. It wasn't until I let time do its work, giving less attention to those memories, that I started to heal. Over time, I realized that the memories weren't gone, but they no longer hurt. They had faded into the background, becoming part of my past, not my present. This is what we must allow our minds to do. Heal with time. Shifting perspectives. Just thoughts. One of the most liberating concepts in Buddhism is that all thoughts are just that, thoughts. They are not inherently good or bad. They are simply passing moments in our mind. What gives them power is our reaction to them. When we can look at painful memories as just thoughts, we strip them of their emotional weight. Whether it's a memory of a mistake or a happy moment, it's all the same in the end. A thought that will pass. This perspective shift is incredibly powerful in helping us let go. For example, imagine you're recalling a time when you failed an important exam. The thought comes up, and immediately, you feel a sense of shame. But if you step back and recognize that this is just a thought, you can detach from the emotional response. You acknowledge that yes, this happened, but it's just a moment in your mind. It's not who you are now. Personal experience. A journey of letting go. I've been where you are. I've had moments in my life where I couldn't shake the past, where mistakes haunted me and regrets filled my days. There were times when I thought I'd never be free from those memories. But through practice, patience, and a shift in focus, I learned to let go. It wasn't easy. There were days when the memories would come flooding back, but I reminded myself that they were just thoughts. They didn't define me. And with each passing day, as I gave less attention to them, they started to fade. I share this because I know the pain of holding on to the past, but I also know the freedom that comes from letting it go. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are the person you choose to be in this moment. Lessons learned, moving forward. So what can we take away from this? 1. Don't force forgetting. Trying to push memories away only makes them stronger. Let them fade naturally with time. 2. Shift your focus. What you pay attention to grows. Feed your mind with positive, healing thoughts. 3. Embrace the passage of time. Just as a wound heals with time, so too do emotional scars. Give yourself the space to heal. 4. Change your perspective. Remember that memories are just thoughts. They don't have to control you unless you let them. 5. Learn and grow. Your past can be a teacher. Use the lessons from your mistakes to fuel your future success. In conclusion, the path to peace is not found in erasing the past, but in changing how we relate to it. By letting go, by allowing memories to fade, we create space for new growth, new experiences, and a future unburdened by what came before. So, let your past be the soil in which your future flourishes, and let peace be the harvest you reap.